All right. Hello, everybody. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Shara Prophet, and I am certified in clinical hypnotherapy. I'm a life coach and behavior modification specialist. So today we're talking about how to deal with discomfort, and I'm talking about emotional and mental discomfort. Right now, a lot of us, and I'm including myself in this, a lot of us are going through transitional periods or tower moments for those of you who read tarot. And this is happening on a global scale. And it's happening, on a smaller levels, on really, really large levels. People are dealing with, loss of loved ones, transitioning out of romantic partnerships, leaving behind friends and family, walking away from jobs that they've been at for 20 or 30 years. They're switching careers. Some people are experiencing massive windfalls of money and trying to navigate in that new lifestyle. Then you have other people who are experiencing incredible loss. Okay. No matter what the situation is, it brings a level of discomfort. And the reason for that is we are experiencing things that are causing us to be pushed and pulled into a whole new reality. And most people don't want to experience discomfort, right? A lot of the teachings and products that are out right now or programs are designed to help you quickly move through your discomfort, okay? And while that is something that is definitely needed, we also have to learn how to appreciate what's happening in our lives and how to be still with your discomfort. Because the discomfort is there, it's a pain level, right? And pain is there to basically teach us something. Pain is there to show us, hey, this is going on in your life right now. Let's dig a little deeper and find out why, okay? And usually what happens when we're dealing with discomfort, the first thing we want to do by nature is fix it. We want to hurry up and get out of it. We want to fix it. We want to take action and do something about it. But we have to be careful when we want to take action just as a means to avoid the discomfort and the pain, because what could really happen is what can happen in that process and instead is that you're taking action from a space of desperation, and you end up making different choices that don't serve you. One second. Sorry, a client is texting me. I don't understand what? Okay. Excuse me, guys, one second. Okay. I don't understand that question. I'll figure it out soon. Excuse me. So most people want to quickly take action. And the danger in doing that is you're going to end up making a move out of desperation that could land you in a more volatile situation than what you're already in. And I saw somebody posted the other day, the reason why you're feeling discomfort is because you won't take action. And I'm like, ooh, what kind of action, right? So let's talk about what kind of action is more helpful and beneficial in those times that you are in a space of transition that's bringing great pain and great discomfort. So one is to get still. That's my first recommendation, is to be still and to figure out what is going on right now. Why am I experiencing this? What is the lesson? You know, what's happening right now? What's going on? Okay, that's the first thing. Be still and ask the right questions. And we usually don't have the right questions like immediately, but once you just kind of say, okay, this is where I'm at, accept where you are, then you can get to a space where you're calm enough to ask yourself the right questions, okay? Because you do have all the answers. You do. You do know everything that you need to know. You have every tool that you need to create what you want to create, to shift what you need to shift. But these things happen, there's levels to it, okay? We can't just jump in and start, oh, I just manifest whatever I want, right? You can, you absolutely can. However, with great desires and bold dreams and big futures and expectations, it comes a lot of responsibility. You want to be a billionaire. That comes with great responsibility. And are you ready to experience billions of dollars? Are you ready to experience that kind of responsibility right now? That's the kind of question you need to ask yourself. So if you are in a position where maybe things aren't looking the way you want them to look, and you're like, man, I'm trying to manifest this thing over here and it's just not working out for me. Or how come I'm putting all these protections up and my family member still got harmed, or I still lost a loved one, okay? I'm doing all of these things to create the life that I desire, but it seems like the more I do it, the more obstacles I come up against. What is this? What's going on here? And that is the rub. That's the conflict. That's the discomfort. And most people don't want to experience that discomfort. So they either just give up and they stop doing everything, or they scramble to try and fix it and end up being in a far deeper, desperate position than they started out. You're creating deeper wounds for yourself. So learn to be comfortable in the discomfort. Learn how to be still in your discomfort. Just accept what is happening, be still in it, and ask the right questions. Because it's happening to draw your attention to it, right? Every pain that we have, from a physical pain in the body to an emotional pain to a ruminating thought that triggers emotional pain, okay, or some type of intense emotion, all of it is there to grab our attention. All of it is there to say, hey, look at this. We need to sit down and figure out what's going on here. And it's been there for a long time. That's the other thing. Whatever that particular blockage is, it has been there for a very, very long time. So you have to do the work to begin to face it and do the work to deal with it. Now, most people can identify what their blockages are. Most people can't. Everybody can't, but most people can. But that's usually where they stop. They identify what the blockage is, and that's it. You know, oh, I know that I have trouble with relationships and having long-term romantic partnerships, or I have trouble making friends with other, I'm a woman and I have trouble making friends with other women, right? Or I have issues with holding on to money, or as soon as I get money, it goes right back out the door, or I can never get past this certain ceiling, right? And that's because of ... That's because of, you know, the way I was brought up, or that's because my mother and my father didn't get along, or whatever. Most people can identify those problems, right? But that's usually where they stop. They don't go further. They don't do more and say, okay, now what? How do I move from this spot? I know what the symptom is, right? The symptom is I cannot hold on to long-term relationships. Okay. I don't get along well with women or men or whatever, right? That's the symptom. It's hard for me to make money. It's hard for me to hold on to money. That is the symptom. That's not the problem. That's the symptom of a deeper problem. Then, say, okay, well, do you know where that started from? Yeah, it started from when I was a kid and this and this and this happened. Most people can tap into that. But that's it. They usually don't go further than that. And what happens is once you've announced what the point of origin is and the cause is, you tend to live in the cause. You tend to loop it over and over and over again and loop it and loop it and loop it until you are pushed to start to find solutions. Now that is the action. That's the action to take, is to find a solution, and not a solution that is outside of you. Not a solution of, well, let me go, on vacation for 2 months because I just need to get away from it all. I just need an escape. While that may be helpful, while you're on vacation, don't continue to escape from the problem. While you're on vacation and you have the time to yourself, then start doing the deeper work to clear whatever that root cause is. That's how you deal with transitions. That's how you deal with discomfort. Learn how to ask yourself the right questions so that the right answers come. Don't come on Facebook asking people questions. I see it all the time. People asking, I'm going through this. What is going on? And then you get you get a barrage of suggestions, right? We know what a suggestion is, right? You get a bunch of suggestions from people you don't know. You really don't know these people. You don't. And most people are not going to give you information that leads you back to asking yourself the question. Most people aren't going to give you that. They're going to say, oh, well, you need to do da 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 da. Oh, this is why, because he's this and he's that, and you're this and you're that. Those are not the kinds of answers that help you move through your discomfort. The only answer that's going to help you move through your discomfort is going to come from within you. That's it. Be still, ask the right questions. Get comfortable in the discomfort. And when I'm saying get comfortable in the discomfort, I'm not saying be content with the discomfort. I'm not saying live there. I'm just saying, okay, this is where I'm at. Let me settle into this. What are you trying to tell me right now? What is mine to do? What do I need to know right now? What's the first thing that I need to do to shift this dynamic? Sometimes the answer is going to be nothing. Just sit in it. Sometimes you'll get an answer that says, go here, do this, read that. Okay. Relax, stretch, walk, spend an hour in the park. And these are the types of intuitive nudges that we have to begin to trust. What's happening right now with this cosmic energy that's pushing us through these transitional periods and that's pushing us into this and through this discomfort is that we're being forced to trust ourselves. We're being forced to come back to our nature, and our nature is tapping in, all the way in. Now, I made a post the other day about how there's a difference between talking to your spirit and talking to your subconscious mind. Big difference. I'm not going to get into that here, but there's a big difference between that. There's a lot of spiritual bypassing that happens. We go we talk to spirit and we ask questions and we pray and we beg or whatever it is, right? To just move through the discomfort, but we don't really talk to the subconscious where the answers are. Some people don't know how to access the subconscious, and that's an issue too, right? Some people can't get still enough or quiet enough to access the subconscious because there's so much going on in the mind. The mind is constantly thinking, constantly going, constantly going. A lot of people don't take time out to just turn everything off. They don't turn off all of their devices, and they don't just sit in the silence. Have you in the past year just took one day of silence? Nothing. Not speaking, not listening to anything, not taking any phone calls, no devices. Have you taken one day in the past year of just pure silence and just being by yourself? Most people have not, unless you've gone to like a silent retreat or something like that, but most people haven't. I try to do it as often as I can. Just turn everything off. Do nothing. No TV, no nothing. That's a challenge. I challenge you. Just one day, nothing. Take a day off from work, do nothing. If you have kids, maybe send them to a friend's house or a family member's house, do nothing. If you have a spouse, say, hey, I need a day by myself. Turn off the phone, turn off the computer, turn off the radio, turn off the TV. One whole day of silence. Don't say a word. Just be in whatever task you do. Just do it. Be present with it. Be silent. That's going to bring on a whole other level of discomfort. But you will be able to tap in. Why am I uncomfortable with this? What's going on? Why does this make me feel like this? This is the type of work that we all need to do. We all need to be doing this kind of work. Everybody needs to be. You've got to get back into your nature. You got to return to you, because if you don't, you're going to get swept up in all of the chaos and the madness that's happening right now. And we are leaping dimensions right now. We are doing that. I went outside. What was that? Was that on 8/8? I can't remember what day it was. But I went outside and everything was different. It was different. I can't explain it. The sky was different. Everything was different. It was oddly silent at like 6:45 p.m. on a weekday. And the air felt different. The energy felt different. And I was like, did we leap into another dimension? Like, what happened? What just happened? I felt the shift. I looked at the sky and I was like, this is crazy. It was like pink and blue and weird and purple and orange. And like I said, it was oddly silent. I live in the middle of Los Angeles. Okay. Los Angeles is a very busy, bustling city. No traffic, oddly silent. It might've been like a couple of cars here and there, but it was just silent. There was no one on the street. And I was just like, what is going on right now? And what came back was, there is a shift. We all know this. This is not news, right? But there is a shift that is happening. And it's time to go into the silence. It's time to sit in the discomfort. It's time to become friends with your discomfort. It's time to become friends with your programming, friends with your subconscious mind, right? Because if you don't, you will get swept up or swept down, whichever way the spiral is moving, right? Because I don't know which way it's moving, but whichever way it's moving, you will be pulled. If you're not balanced in the center of things, you will be pulled in either direction. Okay. Now is not the time to be freaking out or scared about anything or scrambling and hurry up. I got to put my protectors, I got to burn my candles because girl, I don't know what's going on. No. It's not time for that. That is not where your power is. The power is in right here. This is where your power is, right here. The middle pillar. The center. The middle path. That's where your power is. It's not in a candle. It's not in a ritual. It's you. You are the power source. You are the power center. Pull your power back into you. If you are led to do certain rituals and things like that, do it. If you were led to read tarot or whatever for yourself, do it. But don't let that be the first go-to thing because you're scared or because you're uncomfortable, because you're going outside of you. The energy is calling us to come inward, to go inside, to just be with ourselves. That's what the energy is calling us to do right now. It's calling us to lean on our own understanding. No. Okay. So I'm going to sign off now because I have to get ready for a client, and then I have to get ready for our Be Magic hypnosis method class tonight at 4 p.m. For those of you who are currently doing the 5 hours free, I have extended it to September 3rd because you get 30 days access to the course for 5 hours in the course, right? For free. So I've extended it till September 3rd. That's still happening for anybody that's interested in learning more about how the subconscious mind works, how to utilize the power of your mind to heal yourself, to create what it is that you want to create, to open up gateways, and to just, start to clear out potential blockages out of your programming. Okay. It's a great way for you to utilize your power and to tap into your power. Understanding it's not just about hypnosis. Okay. Hypnosis is everything. Everything you do in this world is hypnotic. Everything you encounter is hypnotic. Okay. So let's just understand that. So what you're doing is you're understanding how to harness that power, how to utilize that power for you, for your benefit, to help you mature, to help you emotionally mature, mentally mature, physically mature, right? To help you heal the body, to help you to learn how to utilize your own power. That's really what this is all about. Utilizing your own power without any tools, without anything. You don't need anything but you. You are the tool. You're the one. You're the magic. The tools are helpful. They're beautiful and they're helpful. But what happens in the event you can't get your hand on the tool? What you gonna do? You're gonna go crazy because you can't get your hand on a tool, on a book, on a candle? You are the book. You are the book. You are the magic. You are the candle. You are the wand. You are the ritual. You are the altar. You are everything that you need it to be. You are that. Help yourself understand every inch of you, every molecule of you. Tap into this power, to this awareness, okay? Do I still use my candles? Absolutely. Do I? Yes, I do. I do all of those things. But I come to source first, which is me. This is where I find my comfort, my peace, my solace. Me. I can sit and be silent and be okay with what comes up because it doesn't scare me anymore. It used to drive me crazy. It used to make me so uncomfortable. I was go all the time because the moment I stop, I start thinking. And I was afraid of my thoughts because I was afraid of myself. And I was afraid of losing everything that I thought I needed, people that I thought I needed, right? So if you're ready to walk away from bondage, if you're ready to free yourself totally, learn this information. You don't have to learn it from me. You can learn it from wherever you want to, but I urge you that now is the time to learn. Now is the time. Okay, so I'm going to get off of here because I'm getting a ton of messages that I need to look at, and I got to get ready for class tonight. So again, if you are interested in doing the 5 hours free for the hypnosis method, the Be Magic hypnosis method, I just came out of a deep meditation, y'all. So if I seem a little loopy, that's why, because I was in a deep meditation. But if you're interested in that, you can still sign up. You get 5 hours free instantly as soon as you sign up. I'll put the link here in the comments section and I'll repost it on the page. But I hope that this has been helpful for somebody. Please feel free to share it if you are so inclined to do so. I'll see you guys when I decide to do another video. All right, have a great rest of your week. Be well. Bye.